Dear God, thank you for my friends, and I pray for them today. Dear God, there are so many people who are sick, and there are so many people sad. Please help them. Dear God, thank you so much for creating me and giving me all the gifts that you've given me. Oh, hey friends, it's me. I am so excited to see you this morning. I wish it could be in person, but I'm glad we can be online with one another. And speaking of online, there is a website, www.cokesburykids.com. It's also linked on the Children's Ministry Facebook page. And it has a whole Sunday school lesson, including this really cool prayer cube. Now, I've been using it, and it gives me suggestions, and when I throw it and I land it, it tells me who I can pray for. This got me thinking, Jesus, right before he died, he prayed for his friends. This was right after he washed their stinky, smelly feet, and right after they had the Last Supper. Jesus walked to a garden, and he prayed for his friends. He brought along 3 of his friends, Peter, James, and John, his 3 very best friends, and he said, will you pray with me, please? And so he left them, and he went, and he prayed, and he prayed, and he prayed to God, because he was sad. He knew what was about to happen. He knew he was going to die on the cross, and he didn't want to get hurt, but he loved us so much, and he was just so sad. So he prayed, and he prayed, and he prayed, but look at the disciples. Their eyes were going, and they were going, and they started falling asleep. Jesus came back and said, will you please wake up and pray for me? And they said, okay. And he walked away, and Jesus prayed and prayed. And the disciples, did they pray and pray? No, they were so sleepy they fell asleep. And it happened again where Jesus came back and they were asleep. It actually happened 3 different times. And at the end of the time, Jesus came back and he said, guys, it's time's up. I gotta go. Look, there's some soldiers here. Now, Jesus was so sad, so sad. Have you ever been sad? Is there a time this week that you were a little sad, that you didn't know what to do? Was there a time that you could have been praying for others, but instead you chose to do something else, like the disciples did? I was thinking, even in Jesus' saddest moments, he was still loving us and caring for us. And even though the disciples messed up, they didn't do what Jesus asked them to do, Jesus still loved them. And he will always love them, just like Jesus always loves you and me. So let's pray together, my friends. And I hope that this week we can pray for one another. And like I said, online, you can print off a really cool prayer cube and use it for your prayers. Pray with me. Dear God, we thank you for today. We thank you that you are amazing and that you love us. And even when we do stuff naughty and we don't listen to you, or when we're having great days, you love us all the same. We thank you that even when you were sad, you were praying, and that you love us. Please help us to remember to pray, that you always want to talk to us, that you always have big listening ears. We love you so much. Thank you for loving us. Amen.